Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, as the Australian dollar bulls attempt to take the market higher, it still is a struggle, and from the current rejection this morning of 64.90 does look for further risk to the downside and look towards the bottom side of the range around 64 cents. Although we did get a flash crash earlier in the week and stabbed a low of 63 cents, I do take it in consideration that the technicals have turned to a bearish case and therefore look towards the region of the first immediate target of around 64.50, and then if we take 64 cents out, I'm looking down to 63 cents. It was a very whipsaw price action after President Trump gave his announcement that his administration would be rolling new travel restrictions prohibiting most travel from Europe to the US. It is assessed that from the restrictions, the market bears in the US have come back and the bulls have taken a challenge back to the upside. But still, later today, we've got the European Central Bank meeting, and it is assessed they may cut rates, just like the Bank of England did overnight for an emergency cut. Overall, I feel the market will fail towards the top side of the range around 114.25.35 with a cap at 115.10.20. My view, however, is not as strong after the recent whipsaw price action, that now, due to the environment that we're in, is that we could see very, very sharp turns. So I do like to stress, due to the trading risk, be very, very close in terms of how your risk management is, because the market is all through is going to be very, very whipsaw. The dollar yen case rejects the level of 105.25.35 and now looks back towards the bottom side of the range, with the immediate target coming in at 103.10 and lower. I believe will challenge the level around this 101 figure 45, which saw a strong reaction to a knee-jerk rejection. But from the technical point, the bears are still in focus. So with the Bank of England cutting its key interest rates by 0.5% to 0.25 overnight, an emergency measure in response to the outbreak of the deadly virus, it is assessed that the bears will continue to focus on the downside, not to 128.05, but maybe towards this region, around 127.45, and maybe a little bit lower. But let's see how it plays in the next 24 hours. Looking at the broader picture, dollar CAD still at this stage is showing strong demand, but whether or not it can break above the level of 138.45 remains to be seen. Nevertheless, from a technical point, I feel the market is getting a little bit tired, but unfortunately with the rejection in oil above that $35 level has given some risk back to the upside. Gold continues its bearishness and now looks towards a level of 1,630 to 33. I do feel we could see further risk if we see the break there down towards 1,620. Any advances may be limited in the short term. Finishing up with oil, where we didn't close above $35, and from there the market is broken down and could see further risk to the downside, but immediate support is seen at $30.10, and then the major level, which was rejected, at 27.40.70. We do need to see a close above $35 a barrel to support the bullish case and fill in the gaps between 38 to 41. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report. Enjoy the rest of the day.